Now, Bubble Lips. Tongue Trill. Now, Bubble Lips. Tongue Trill. Bratty Nays. Bratty Nays. Bratty Nays. Geese with the dopey sound. Geese with the dopey sound. Geese with the dopey sound. Now, no. 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 mum.
Doing it this way will force you to rely on your ear and your memory and that process of translating what you're hearing in your head into what you're actually singing. Really important stuff. Okay, let's give it a try. Here's your first note. Don't sing yet, just keep the note in your memory. Now sing and sustain until the piano comes in again. Remember, when the piano comes in, you're listening for that very pure sound of being right on the pitch. If you miss it in your first try, do it again. Don't accept being close. This is about being precise. Got it? Now let's do it a few more times, other places in your range. And again. Bit higher up now. Okay, we'll do 2 more of these, then we'll move on to another exercise. Last one. Half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step. All right, it's your turn. What you just sang is called the octatonic scale, which is a scale form most people think of as pretty hard to sing. But since you were just staying focused on each step along the way, you made it through. That's a powerful idea. You can break down any melody, no matter how challenging, into its interval parts, and then you have a way in. But maybe more importantly, this means that by practicing these little pieces that make up melody, you're preparing yourself ahead of time for any melody you might come across. So, perfecting all your intervals is another way to improve your ability to sing in tune. The first step is listen critically to the melody. Here it comes a little bit slower, and this time, hum along. See if you can still sing the melody while you're hearing an accompaniment as well. Hopefully you know the melody pretty well by now. Keep humming. Unless you know the words. In which case, sing along.
check this out. So nice. So awesome. Good for you. So nice. Good for you. Yep. Awesome. We're coming down. Awesome. Hang in there. So nice. How about a breath? Good. Super good. Great. Hang in there for a few more. Awesome. So good. Here's the last one. Hang right in there.
Instead of that pear-shaped kind of breathing we learned as vocalists in the beginning, now we're getting more of a V-shaped kind of breathing. To breathe into their balls. To breathe into your genitalia that low. Think of directing the breath down there. It's okay if your chest lifts as long as there's more expansion than lift, and as long as you're anchored within your pelvis. So on the sides we have the hips. I want you to try to reach the breath into your hip sockets, into your hip bones. I want you to try to reach like deeply, direct the breath force, and see if you can feel the pressure there. And again, I want you to notice as I reach down with the breath, my body's moving up. We call that growing the tree. Breathe into your balls, We have breathing to your hips. And so that's one thing my breathing coach shares with me a lot. And it's very important. It's also an old Swedish Italian school concept of breathing all the way into the hip sockets. It's a very old world classical technique. But lastly, something you might know if you're like an advanced yoga practitioner or something like that, if you're a yogi, is breathe into your coccyx, or breathe into your anus, breathe into your butt. And it sounds really like this is a really weird lesson, I know, but reach all the way down breath-wise. This is the key. Once I breathe space into my body, I can't stay away from you too long. I need to keep space. We call this suspension. So once I inhale, I'm gonna exhale again on purpose. Try not to hyperventilate, all this forced breathing today. I'm gonna reach into my pelvis. And then I'm gonna keep open as I talk or as I sing. Now this feels good, like having a huff and puff, that was wearing me out. But now I'm staying open. That's the difference between like just normal exhalation and the kind of exhalation for singing. You know how to do it, so let's begin. I want you to stand comfortably. You can also sit. If you're sitting, make sure you're on the bones of your butt. If you're standing, then just stand. So we're gonna reach down into the pelvis and grow the tree. And exhale with a ha. Let your body melt down this time. We're gonna let it melt down. We're just warming everything up. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale again. And let it go down with this audible ha. Inhale again. I'm talking, you're breathing. Reach into the front, reach into the hips, reach into the anus, and to the perineum, into the runway. Reach into all these places. And then exhale. Let's do 2 more. So we're gonna reach into the pelvis. Feel the trunk narrow and lengthen. I feel my chest lift and broaden. I feel my rib cage lift and widen. You don't have to close your eyes, it helps me, but you're kind of looking at me, so it's like a thing. But anyway, so reach down again. The deeper you get those roots, the more your tree can grow. But remember, also like an umbrella, we only need to press on one spot. Well, 4 spots, or 5. 1, 2, 3. No, 4. Yeah, 4. Okay, this is not a counting lesson, obviously. 4 spots, but on one part of your body, and that would be your pelvis. So we're just breathing it solely into the pelvis, and everything else happens as a result, just like an umbrella. We breathe into the pelvis, foom, okay? So let's get fancy. So bring your awareness to your abs, okay? Just your mental awareness. Don't touch them. Just bring your mental awareness with your mind's eye, go to your abs, and you're gonna reach into the pelvis. On the exhale, feel your abs pull in and up. It's like kind of like a churning gently. Reach into the pelvis again. Feel your abs pull in and up. And right now I feel like kind of like a He-Man fitness, old-timey fitness kind of ad or whatever. I'm feeling very V-shaped. I may not look it, but I'm feeling very V-shaped, very corseted in. Reach down. Then feel the abs pull you in and up. And relax. So we rise and then we rise some more. We rise and then we rise some more. We rise and then we rise some more. Let's get into some suspension of the rib cage though. So we're gonna reach into the pelvis again. Any place we can get. Breathe into your balls. I know, but hey, you won't forget it though. Breathe into your anus. Remember anal breathing. Breathe into your hips, that old-timey Swedish Italian school. All of these masters knew these weird things. So, and in a lot of Kung Fu practices, they had perineum power. Breathe into the space between the penis and the anus, the vagina and the anus. Breathe into that space as well. All of this is fair game. Reach with the breath. I'm going to use the F word, force. Force it. And so it's rare that I tell you to do this, but you can force the breath a little bit down here for now. Eventually we want it to become effortless, but force it. Let's reach down. Feel the ribs open up and suspend. And relax. I'm gonna say that again. I'm asking you to suspend. So we reach down, abdomen, core lifts, ribs open up. So when you exhale, the ribs should kind of stay in place. If you feel like this is happening, then you're letting go. Engage a little bit of effort at your sides. I'm gonna give you permission to do that. Engage a little bit more effort to keep those ribs open as you exhale. Feel the abs still pulling you in and up. They're gonna help you and keep the ribs out. So let's reach into our pelvis. And then we and then I let go. Okay? So let's try that one more time. Catch your breath, take a break if you need to. I need to. Okay, let's do it again. Reach down. I can start to feel it move my shoulder blades now. And then and relax. This lesson is all about learning how to access your volume control mechanism within the body instead of the throat. We use a special tool called a raspberry trill. Now, raspberry trill, unlike a regular lip trill, a raspberry trill has the tongue in between the lips. A sustained raspberry going. It's probably the most challenging of the trills. You have tongue trill, you have lip trill, you have raspberry. Also, you'll notice, and I'm talking, you're trilling, you'll notice that it requires some body connection here. So I can't just do it on my throat. If I'm trilling, if you look at my torso here, there's action that has to happen. My abs are going in and up. My rib cage flares out. That's the key. I'm gonna remind you of I'm corseted in, but I'm flaring out. So we need both. You see that kind of heaving of the body. If you're getting this, you have work to do. If you're getting this, you have work to do. Let's begin with this. I'm gonna start off with a comfortable raspberry tone. Wherever I feel comfortable, my voice is pretty deep. I'm a low voice type. So I'm gonna, the point is to do whatever is most comfortable right now. And for me, after I do that, after I get that good tone, I wanna fluctuate it a little bit. I'm gonna kind of punch it a bit. It's like a vroom vroom kind of thing. I know it's childish, but I think you understand. It's like vroom vroom, but with the raspberry. So I'm gonna, and can you see, this is working, this is not. So my body is doing that. See, the magic of a raspberry trill is that it demands that the root of your tongue be released and that your throat be released to some degree, to a great degree. So if you start to clench too much, you'll get, it'll lock up on you like you're trying to switch gears too soon, okay? So let's try that again. We let the breath come in comfortably throughout the torso. We're not forcing any kind of belly breathing or anything like that. Just let the breath come in without you clenching up. And then try it with different tones, comfortable tones. Feel the body jump. And I want to be crystal clear here. Again, I want to reiterate this until you're blue in the face with it. The abs come in and up, yes, but the ribs have to go out. That's what creates that chamber of compression. If your ribs are collapsing, you're not really connecting your body to your voice. You're not really supporting or singing from the diaphragm. And I use these terms because if you know anatomy and physiology, there's more than just the diaphragm at work here. But the point is, the body has to engage, okay? If you are having difficulty with this, remember, your throat may kick in as a knee-jerk response, but your conscious mind does have the final say. If you feel your throat kicking, make it let go. Give yourself permission to feel something new. We just want a transference of tension to the places that are equipped to handle tension healthily. So as I let go here, it should be a transference of energy to my abdominal region, my intercostal region. You might even feel it as deep as the glutes and the pelvic floor and the hips, depending on how well developed your internal musculature is. All musculature is internal, I guess, in a sense, but those deep-rooted muscles are be on the screen somewhere, and at all times. Pick a comfortable tone. We're gonna start off with just trying to feel the inward movement of the abs. Can you just feel that in and up? Notice I keep doing this, and I know it's like jazz hands and spirit fingers, but I want you to feel it's not. I'm not crunching. It's not that. It's in and up. Think ballet dancer, and it's a response to my voice. I'm not just churning my abs, but because I'm trilling, I'm allowing my abs to respond to that. At A Approach, we call this reflexive support, meaning that your body responds to your voice. That's what connection is. Instead of this being the reflex, that we now have this in and up. But also, that the ribs is what people miss. So I'm talking, you're trilling. Feel that. Let's do some quick little sforzando type, So now we're gonna work a little harder. Your body should kind of bounce. Let's root the breath. We're gonna need to really kind of be a little more conscious and deliberate this time. We're getting a little fancier. I'm using my hand for illustration. You don't have to use your hand. So my ribs flare out with each exertion. My abs kind of churn in and up more with each exertion. So it's not here. Doesn't sound amazing, but my body is learning, my brain is learning, oh, this connects with all of this. So not here. Doesn't sound amazing, but slowly crescendo. And my course, it's lifting me up. So it's like lifting me in and up. My ribs are flaring up, so my whole body is becoming more erect and moving upward. So, and I really feel even down to my hip sockets. I feel like the little V area. I feel the sides. I feel all of that working. Let it all work, okay? So let's try it one more time. The temptation is to grab here, but what I love about a raspberry, and the reason why we're doing it is as I'm crappily demonstrating to you, if you try to clench even a little bit, and even though I'm the teacher, I'm not exempt, if you try to decrescendo and it starts to clamp up too much here, the mechanism of the trill will stop.
The hiss. Now, if you're sitting, I would prefer you to stand. You can stay seated if you like, but if you can stand, that'll be perfect. And what I want you to do, just stand there with your feet about shoulder width apart. Just let your body relax. And let's first start off with the root. And I have to mention this again. The coordination cannot be done without rooting the breath first. You must breathe into your pelvis first, and then you hiss. All right? And I have to mention this again. The coordination cannot be done without rooting the breath first. You must breathe into your pelvis first, and then you hiss. All right? Let's take a breath in. Feel the pelvis expand. Feel the lengthening of your body, openness, and then just let the breath go. Down. Feel the lengthening in the opening, and then just let the breath go. So let's do that a couple times. I'm kind of going to be talking as you guys do it. So you keep going. I'll keep instructing. So take a breath in. Feel the pelvis. Feel the lengthening of the body. Feel your ribcage open and let your breath go. Let's do that one more time. Take a breath in. Feel the lengthening and the opening. Let the breath go. And I want you to do that for a couple of minutes to get that energy moving. And keep a sense of suspension and openness at your rib cage. Okay, and you're also going to feel your abdomen moving in. So let's get into that part now. I want you to root again. And then I want you to allow the breath to leave your body through a hiss sound like this. And as I'm hissing, I'm not and letting everything just fall down and collapse. Do that again. Take a breath, root down to your pelvis. Let's hiss. All right, let's do that again. Take a breath down to your balls, as Eric mentioned in his video. The pelvis. Feel the lengthening and the openness. Hiss. Clap my hand along the melody of the line, and you're going to hear my hiss pulsing along the melody, and then we're going to take that into the words. Okay? So, I look into your eyes, and now I know. First, I'm going to hiss and pulse through it. So here we go. And I just take it until I ran out of breath. I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I'm gonna sing it for you. And again, before I started my hiss, I rooted my breath first, then I went into it, okay? So now I'm gonna root my breath again. I'm gonna sustain the hiss long enough to feel the connection to the body, and I'm just gonna hiss right into the words without trying to add anything extra, without trying to let my body go out of control, because actually it's gonna be in control because of the hiss, okay? Allow the hiss to determine the energy that is appropriate and necessary to hit those notes. Let the hiss tell your body what to do. Don't try to force it into any other volume or any other way of trying to get that power. All right, so here we go. So look into your eyes. So now I know. And I just go straight through it. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Again, I'm not pushing through, but I'm just hissing to get my body connected. Then I go into the belty parts. Root first. So look into your eyes, and now I know. If somebody loves you, okay? So let me hiss through it first. All right, I'm doing it again. I'm gonna root first, as I just did.
Okay, so let's do the breathing exercises. 3 minutes. Hard. Pressure. My heartbeat is going faster. Sweating. As much pressure as possible, okay? Okay, so you push out. And now, like, your belly is out, right? And that's making pressure. And then after that, you make a sound. Ah! To push even further, okay? 3 minutes again and 30 seconds. Let's go. Ah!